So, did we get scammed or are we winners? Hello everybody, Silverpicker here, and welcome to the Silverpicker Squad. Now, today's video is all about this package, and I am particularly excited about this package because I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. Now, for those of you who are longtime viewers, you have definitely seen my videos where I buy coin grab bags on eBay, open them up, and show you whether it's worth it or not. Spoiler alert, it's not. But when I'm looking for coin grab bags to buy on eBay, I always seem to find unsearched wheat cent rolls being offered as well. And I've never bought them because I always assume them to be scams, right? If somebody tells you they're going to send you a roll of wheat cents and promise you that they haven't searched through them, they're probably lying, right? So I've never bought them because they're always ridiculously expensive and I honestly don't trust them. However, I wanted to share with you guys once and for all what is really inside an unsearched wheat cent roll that you buy off eBay. So I bought what are called original bank wrapped rolls. And what that means is that these rolls must be unsearched. Take that with a grain of salt. These rolls must be unsearched because they come in the rolls in which they were wrapped by the bank at that time. So wheat cents stopped being made in 1958. So these rolls are at least from 1958 and have not been opened since. So I'm hoping that we find some good stuff and that we're encouraged by this and find that maybe it is a good deal to buy original bank wrapped unsearched wheat cent rolls. So enough of the jibber jabber, let's crack into this and see what we got. All right, so I've got my Swiss Army knife today, and we will check this out and open her up. Now, if you're watching this right now and you want to support my channel's mission in informing, educating, and entertaining people all over the world about coin collecting, precious metal stacking, and even personal finance, I'd love you if you'd consider supporting my Patreon campaign. The links are below, and if you decide to, you'll get access to awesome perks, including access to my exclusive Silverpicker Discord server, where we chat privately all about coin collecting, precious metal stacking, strategies to do so, and much more. Ta-da! So you can see what we got here in the packing slip. I paid 10 bucks a piece plus shipping, and it comes out to 35 bucks. There was also tax of $3.11, so it actually was $38.11, meaning I paid about 25 cents per wheat cent here. That is way too much. All right, so we've got some tissues that were packed over here, and we've got our 3 rolls of wheat cents. Let's take a look. Nice little box. Ooh, look at that. Take a look at that. Well, this one is already coming undone. I do not like that at all. Definitely do not like that. You know, that means that it could have been tampered with. This as well, you know, there's some water damage. I don't like that either. Ooh, but that's got some nice toning. Look at that. Really nice. And this is coming out a little bit. This could theoretically have been tampered with. You can see here, this is sort of imperfect. I do not like that. Well, this is not looking amazing so far. They definitely look like they could have been tampered with, but we'll have to crack them open and see. You can see here that it does indeed say Wells Fargo Bank and Trust Company in very small letters over there. San Francisco, California. So these might be some S mint marks, which would be really nice. So let me get rid of all this trash and we'll take a look at them. Now, as you can see, I've got my coin microscope set up next to the pennies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open them roll by roll and we're gonna take a look at the better ones under the microscope and see if we can get some cool footage there and get some up-close look. I mean, this makes it so much easier to see dates and mint marks. If you're interested, you can get one from the links below. But anyway, let's get started. So why don't we take the one that is sort of falling apart and start with that guy right over there. All right. Now, one thing to note is that I do think that these are real based on the feel of the paper. I have felt enough of these old rolls to know what it feels like, but remember, you can always still get scammed even if the paper wrappers are real. Think about it. The wrappers came from somewhere. Somebody could have bought lots of wrappers unwrapped and put in searched pennies and sealed them up again. Or they could have gotten these rolls and unsealed them and resealed them. There's a lot of ways that this could be a scam. However, we can tell that it isn't a scam if we do find something good. And of course, what we're looking for are key dates, varieties, and errors. So let's check it out. All right, we are through the looking glass. We are through the looking glass, baby. All right, there we go. They look brown, and except for that one down there, these are all real old looking. So let's take a look at what we got. This definitely could have been searched. I mean, this just unrolled really easily. I could re-roll these probably, and maybe I'll do that. I'll re-roll it and show you how it was easily fooled. All right, let's take a look at what we've got over here. All right, so we've got our first set of wheat cents, and we're just going to take a look at them under the microscope, and I'm going to sort them by date and see if we find anything valuable. This is a 1934, not in particularly great shape, so that's in the 30s. 34D, again, nothing special. 35. Got another 35. Let's see if I can improve the focus a little bit. There we go. Now, we got a 1920. Now, the thing about these is that if you're trying to make money buying wheat cents, you really can't buy them in these quote-unquote unsearched lots unless you're buying them from a trusted dealer. You know, if you buy them from a trusted dealer, then you know they've earned that trust from you. That's 1947 over there. And there's an understanding that if they want you to continue doing business with them, then they're going to have to treat you fairly. And if they keep selling you garbage for high prices, you're going to stop going there because there are other options. There's eBay. There's plenty of private websites that sell coins and precious metals. There's Craigslist. There's a million different ways to buy coins. And if your local coin store rips you off, they're not going to be a local coin store too long. So there is some implicit trust you can have with your local coin store, especially if you've gotten to know them. Got a 1944S. The S mint marks are usually lower mintages, so that's pretty good. 1939. Here's a good one. We've got 1910. Not too shabby. I mean, it is literally in shabby shape, but it is a 1910. It's the second year of issue. Nice. 38. 1952. Now this is an important one. The reason why this is important is because it shows us where in time these rolls were wrapped. So there is no question that this roll is any older than 1952. Well, 1955 it is. And we can see this is not a double die. 1918, I always like finding ones in the teens, even though this one is beat to hell. 37S. I like the S mint marks, but that one's also beat to hell. 1952, D. 1921, 1934. Now, as we go through this, I'm already starting to have some thoughts percolating in my brain about this lot. And I'm wondering if you guys do too. If you guys have any thoughts at this point, put it in the comments below and let me know what you think so far, because I'm already having my suspicions. And I'll get to those specific suspicions later on, but I have reason to believe already that there's some funny business going on with these rolls. Now, if this was a 1926S, we'd be doing pretty good. So for those of you watching that have bought rolls like this off eBay in the past, I would love to hear about your experience, and I'm sure that the rest of my viewers would as well. So put that in the comments below as well. If you've bought these in the past and had good luck, bad luck, let us know. Do you think it's a scam, or do you think that it's really just an honest luck of the draw type thing? And moreover, 44S. Do you think it's worth the $8, $10, $12, $15, or even sometimes $25 per roll that I see them on eBay for? All right, let's just speed through some of these until we hit something interesting. And last but not least, a 1957. Beautiful. This one is actually a beautiful coin. Really, truly is. But what do I think the actual value of this roll is? Honestly, not more than 5 cents per coin, and that is being generous. All right, we've got our second roll over here. This one's the most tightly packed, but it is also looks almost like some of the coins are missing. So let's do this one and see how we do. Okay, this one has a much better printing on it. You can see it says Wells Fargo Bank and Union Trust Company, San Francisco, California. You know, I'd think if these were from San Francisco that they'd have a lot more S mint marks. I think there was only like 2 or 3 in there. So let's see if this one is any better. It does seem more tightly rolled, but it does look like it still could have been tampered with. You can see these sort of flaps. Like when I see new coin rolls, a lot of the time those flaps are not there. So here we go. This one is kind of tightly rolled. It's pretty tightly rolled, but not perfect. We are through the looking glass. No turning back now. Let's do this nicely and undo it like this. All right. Again, we have all very brown cents. If these were truly wrapped in the 1950s, I would expect there to be some that are in better shape. But let's take a look. Nothing peeking out at me all at once. All right, here we go. 1919 to start us off. That's pretty nice. 1953. That's 1 S. Let's see if we can do an S mint mark counter. That's S number 1. There we go. S number 2. S number 3. S number 4. Okay, so these are S mint marks. S number 5. Okay. Well, that proves me wrong, right? S number 6. Yeah, these are all S mint marks practically. So, you know, I am going to maybe eat my words on that a little bit, but the first one definitely only had a handful of S's. Yeah, so this makes more sense. These are all S mint marks. Now, none of these are better dates. These are all from the 40s and 50s. 53D, 55D, no double die, of course, 56D, 57D, 53D, 51, 41. Spoke too soon on those S mint marks, didn't I? Let's warp speed this again, unless there's anything interesting. Womp womp. Looks like we ended up with another roll worth no more than $2.50. All right, so we've got our last roll, and this one looks like it might even be missing pennies. I mean, that is not ideal. It does have a really nice toning on this side, which is fantastic, but I am not very optimistic for this roll. I mean, look at it. It really just doesn't look like it hasn't been tampered with. I mean, look at that. Everything's sort of coming apart, and it's just not ideal. It's a little bit disappointing, but I kind of knew this going in, and I'm basically doing this entirely to prove to you guys that you can't get something for nothing if you don't work hard. And buying this off eBay and just hoping to gamble on it is not worth it because it's not a really fair lottery ticket, you know? This is not it's a rigged game. So let's open this last guy up and see what we got. Again, all of them are beat to hell, and I'm telling you that why it's suspicious is because, think about it, open up any new bank wrapped roll today and you will see coins from, the mid 2000s and even the 90s that are still in good shape. And again, like I said, we're not using pennies nowadays as much as we did then, but still, it is still extremely, extremely unusual to see coins that were, at the time, brand new and have not been touched since that are in such lousy shape. So let us take a look and see how we did on this roll. All right, starting us off, 48D. $58. We know that these rolls were wrapped in 1958. How convenient, the last year that these were issued. Is it just me, or does it seem highly, highly suspicious that each and every roll has a distribution of coins from the teens through the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s all the way up to the last year of issue? This just seems way, way, way too much like it's by design and not just by chance. The distribution of the coins makes no sense from a randomized perspective. I mean, what do you think? Statistically speaking, to me, this just doesn't make any sense. I mean, when you open up 3 rolls of coins randomly bankrolled today, are you getting coins from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s? I mean, no. It's just statistically speaking, it doesn't make sense that that would happen. You would much more likely be getting coins that were all from a newer date if they're bank wrapped than spread out through the entire issue of the coin. 46. All right, here we go, the last few coins. 50S, 49S, 45, 57, 44, 58D, 46, 52, 44, and last but not least, our beautiful toned 57D. Now, let's take a look at the reverse. Okay, this is actually quite a nice coin. It really is. And unfortunately, it doesn't make up for the fact that these rolls are totally, totally searched and completely scam. It is a shame. So here we are, having opened all 3 rolls. And as you can tell, this was absolutely a total bust. We did not even come close to making our money back. And there is strong, strong, strong suspicions that this is a total scam. Now, I can't say with 100% certainty that this is a scam because that would be totally unfair to the seller, given that it is theoretically possible that these coins were indeed wrapped in 1958 and have sat in their wrappers since. It's possible, I just don't believe it. I mean, first of all, do you guys believe it? And here's what I believe to be proof that these are not actual bank-wrapped rolls. The first thing is the actual state of these rolls. As you saw, there was evidence of potential tampering with the actual rolls themselves. I mean, one of them was actually open already, and I didn't even have to exert any pressure to open them up. It was totally open and could have easily been resealed. Similarly, these ones seemed to have some potential foul play on the edges where they were rolled. They were not tight like a machine would have rolled them. They feel like a machine rolled them, and then somebody actually tried to open them up again. Now, I don't have proof of that, but it does seem that way. However, the actual strangest thing to me about this whole thing, the most suspicious thing of all, is that there was this big range of coins going from the teens all the way to 1958, the last year that these coins were minted. The last year that Lincoln wheat cents were minted was 1958, which means that these were theoretically all wrapped in 1958 and then never opened again. However, if that's the case, why are all of the coins in such terrible shape? With the exception of this one right here and this one right here, they are all in absolutely terrible shape and look as though they were pulled out of circulation just yesterday. And I'm talking about the ones from 1958. Let's see if I can find those. This one right here is from 1958. And while it is possible that this was issued in 1958, used, and then rewrapped, I don't buy it. I mean, when was the last time you saw a 2020 penny or even a 2019 penny that looks like this, that you got wrapped the year it was made? I just don't buy it. To me, there is enough evidence here to show that these were not actually bank-wrapped rolls from 1958. I don't buy it. I don't believe that these were all just here since the 1950s. I believe that these were rewrapped at a later date and are total scams just made to prey on the newest numismatists and the youngest numismatists and the people that don't actually have an expertise in coin collecting and will just get this, spend their hard-earned money, and assume that, hey, they just didn't get lucky and that's why they didn't find any key dates or varieties or errors. However, that's not really the case. The reason that you're not finding that stuff is because this is a total scam. So I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I hope you guys avoid buying quote-unquote unsearched bank-wrapped rolls off of eBay or in general from anybody that you don't trust. If you have a local coin shop that sells unsearched rolls and you trust them, then go right ahead, because I would trust my local coin shop dealer as well to sell me truly unsearched coins. Or at least to warn me that even though he didn't search them, they may have been searched in the past. So anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I hope that it protects you guys in the future. Well, if you enjoyed the video, I would love you if you'd consider subscribing and hitting the little bell icon next to it, and of course, giving the video a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends, share it with your coin club. Make sure that the new numismatists and coin collectors that you know are aware of these kind of scams and avoid them. So I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, lots more great videos, so stay tuned, and until next time, Silver Picker out.
A huge thank you to each and every one of my very generous patrons. You guys are literally making this possible. You guys are helping me spread my mission of informing, educating, and entertaining people about coins, precious metals, and personal finance. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait to see you guys back in the Discord.